caffeine enthusiast. Welcome back to Coffee and Cards. This is episode 11. And I'm Shane. We're here on Ripping and Ranting. We're not going to be ripping anything today, but we got a lot in store for you. It's been a big week for sports. We're going to jump right into that. And stay tuned because the coolest Oddball Sports Cards segment is coming up, and we're on to number 7. You won't want to miss it. Kicking off our sports, we're jumping straight into the MLB. So, Pete Alonso hit a walk-off, which ended the Mets' skid. It was an 8-game losing streak on the 14th of September. It was his 10th inning 3-shot versus the Rangers. Raleigh ties Mantle's switch hitter home run record with 54. And Anthony Rizzo retires, calling it quits after 14 seasons. Max Fried and the Yankees hit a milestone with Fried's 17th win. The Yankees lock in the 33rd consecutive winning season. On into the NFL. Cowboys versus Giants went into the overtime for a thriller. Dallas edges New York 40-37 on a Brandon Aubrey game winner. Russell Wilson throws 450 yards. It just wasn't enough. The Rams beat the Titans. Stafford and Devontae Adams. It was pure on show with those two. And rookie QB Cam Ward throws just a amazing touchdown pass under pressure and scrambling to do so. Suggest if you haven't seen the clip, go give it a watch. I know a lot of people was a little concerned about Cam Ward overhype and whatnot, but I think he's going to be just fine. I think he's making adjustments, getting used to his line. I think he's going to do all right. Justin Jefferson logs his 500th catch. He's the youngest wide receiver to hit 500 receptions, but the Vikings still lose 22-6 to the Falcons, and it was a brutal game on both sides of the ball. Just watching them go back and forth, it was a lot. My man Joe Cool's out for turf toe. He's going to have surgery. They're expecting him to be out for about 3 months. But while Joe was out, Jake Browning came in clutch, secured the win. Bengals 2-0. The Steelers signed Jabrill Peppers, the veteran safety added after Deshaun Elliott's injury. This should be good for him. Now, let's step on in to boxing. All right, folks. Saturday night, Netflix aired another boxing match. And this time it wasn't Paul. They aired Canelo Alvarez versus Crawford. And let me just tell you what went down. Terrence Bud Crawford defeated Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, becoming the undisputed super-middleweight champion. Scorecards, we won't even bother with the scorecards. This win made him the first boxer to hold an undisputed championships in 3 different weight divisions in the modern 4-belt era. Attendance was massive. We had 70,000 fans in the arena. And on the undercard, Callum Walsh defeated Fernando Vargas Jr. and Christian Mbile versus Lester Martinez ended in a draw. I hate a draw. I really do, but it was a great fight. This is probably the most evenly matched fight card I've ever seen in my life. Netflix did a great job. The promoters did a great job. Really can't complain about this one. Look forward to their next one. So, Crawford moving up 2 weight classes to pull this off was legendary. Canelo fought well, but Crawford's hand speed, his footwork, and his ring IQ were just too much. They were just on another level. All right, guys, if you're like me, football season rolls around. You can't wait to get into fantasy football. Joined a league this year after sitting last year out. And got a little segment for you. We're going to cue it up. It's called Fantasy Fuel. All right, Coffee and Cards crew, refill that mug because it's time for Fantasy Fuel. Week 2 fantasy football, and some players absolutely went off. The rookie explosion was epic. Malik Nabers turned into a cheat code for a Giants, almost 38 fantasy points, and that's ridiculous. Over in Detroit, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Jared Goff looked like they were playing Madden on rookie mode. 9 grabs, 115 yards, and 3 touchdowns for St. Brown, and Goff threw 5 touchdowns like it was nothing. Jamar Chase stayed in beast mode, even with Burrow limping off the field. And Odunze had his homecoming out party in Chicago. And don't sleep on the backs. James Cook ran wild for Buffalo, and Achane kept padding those PPR totals for Miami. And he's one I'm definitely glad I drafted. Lamar Jackson had the vintage MVP vibes all over him with 4 passing touchdowns. It's going to be a big fantasy year. Everybody's going off already. I know some people who had Cool Joe on their roster scrambling right now for that backup. I would say if you got a spot on your bench, when these dropped, pick him up. I think he's going to be back in under that 3 months, but I'm not a doctor, so. All right, now we're going to get into our coolest oddball sports cards. Let's go. And it's time for another round of our coolest oddball sports cards with number 7 on our list. This might be the most mysterious looking rookie card ever. It's the 1990 Topps number 414 Frank Thomas rookie card, the one where the entire black nameplate at the bottom was missing. Normally the card should say Frank Thomas on the bottom in black letters under his picture. On the error version, the nameplate is completely blank, making it look like a mystery player. How did this happen? In 1990, Topps used a 4-color printing process with multiple plates. The player's name and team info were printed with a separate black ink plate. Early in the production run, the black plate on some sheets didn't register correctly, leaving the name off. Topps caught the problem fairly quickly and corrected it, but a small number of error cards had already made it into our packs. Now, the scarcity and the value, no one knows how many no name on front cards exist, but hobby experts believe it's only a few hundred, maybe less, because it's Frank Thomas's most iconic rookie, and the error was so striking, it's become one of the most sought-after modern era cards, easily fetching thousands of dollars in a high grade. But that doesn't mean if you find one at a show, you should jump on it. Buyers need to beware on this one. Because of its value, the card has also been heavily counterfeited. Real copies show certain print characteristics, dot patterns, and the Topps copyright font on the back centering. The centering that graders like PSA, SGC, and Beckett use to verify authenticity. So, do you own one of these cards? Have you ever seen one in person? I've only seen a couple myself. That's why I'm not holding one in front of the camera right now. I'm just going to pretend. And while you're at it, let me know in the comments and go ahead and drop your oddball card suggestions. I want to know what you think. Alright guys, that's the latest. Like I said, no ripping today. We're not going to rant too much. Just reflection and opinion. If you like the brew, hit like, share with your hobby buddies. If you're on card pages, feel free to drop this right in there so I can keep doing this for you guys. Got plenty more coming your way. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If there's anything you'd like to see, just let me know. Leave a comment or hop over on Instagram. Send me a message there in my DMs. Same name, Ripping and Ranting. You can find me, or you can head on over to my website, rippingandranting.com. Or you can drop me an email, admin@rippingandranting.com. Either way, or rippingandranting@hotmail.com. I think I got all the bases covered there. But go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. Till next time, guys, remember, keep sipping, keep ripping. Most of all, keep ranting about it. Like.